Hello everyone, I am the HalfWit Brit and this is Manor Lords, and as you can see our citizens here are sowing the seeds for next year. Now I'm hoping this doesn't mess things up because we are doing it a little bit early. I think we're in June, maybe July, but the option is there. So I'm hoping that the crops won't die when winter hits. I doubt it because you always plant your seeds prior to winter, so on the assumption they don't grow too much, I'm assuming it'll be fine. We will see. We also have these two fields here of wheat which will be due to be harvested soon. This will be the first harvest for the Black Forest, so assuming nothing disastrous goes wrong like in the last episode, where quite a bit of Mamusio burned down due to a lightning storm. I mean, God forbid lightning hits this and burns it all. Yeah, I don't want that happening. Anyway, so my plan for today is obviously get all this harvested, get all these fields planted. I've probably put one too many fields in here. Noble Rambler did suggest breaking up my fields. This was originally one field, for example. It is now two. However, all these fields here are being planted. I think we should be fine. We may need some extra bodies over here at some point. Food wise, not doing too bad, and I think we are, I say trading, we're using the pack station, or we were. May have switched it off. Let me just double check for berries. Yeah, so we're currently not doing that. So no, we have that. Over here I am currently upgrading these two burgage plots to level 2, and then they will go on to level 3, which will allow us to get another development point, which will then in turn allow us to go for advanced skinning to double the amounts of meat, because obviously we have a rich deposit over here. Yes, we do. And because we're not going to have these fields anymore, I want a source of food over here that's fairly consistent. I will be trading obviously bread into here, or at least the flour to make bread. We'll see how that goes, but we do have the option. Anyway, another thing, and we'll do this straight away, we are going to rename this area here once we settle it. I'm assuming we can't do it now. Oh, can we? Oh, we can. Perfect. We're going to name it Iron Vale. Thank you very much for the suggestion. I like it. It makes sense because we have a rich deposit of iron. We are going to set up a development here. I'm just thinking, what? We're in July. That's not a bad time. We've still got time to get some berries, haven't we? Should we do it now? Yeah, why not? Let's pause the game a second just while we do that. We have quite a bit of cash, so let me just think about this. Where's the King's Road? Yeah, we got the King's Road here. That's fine. Water. One thing that I would probably change in the next playthrough is not worry about where to put your wells. I kind of get it. But as more decorative things become available, I'd like the idea of putting a well wherever I feel like, as opposed to sort of on one of these lines. Though I guess some things do make sense. We have a nice little stream running by here. You'd assume that you could have a well somewhere there. I don't know. I don't understand how all that subterranean stuff works, but anyway, we do have water nearby, so that's cool. We have the iron that we need, we have wild animals, and we have berries. Obviously these are not rich resources, but if the development of the town over here is quite small, I guess the approval is important, but I don't know how that works across like the entire map. Does that make a difference? Well, the main thing that I'm concerned about is getting the iron to make armor. This is where the armor is going to be made. I will take all the iron from other areas and send it over. Wherever we need to invest development points in making this a, what do you call it, yeah, deep mining. I'm not sure. I don't know if we'll ever use enough, but we shall see, because I definitely want stronger armor. So let me just think. This is a little bit of a hill, but I'd rather build nearby. I'm not going to be farming, so I'm not bothered about that. We have a forest here and here. I'm debating somewhere here. Now I've got to bear in mind this is a little bit bigger than what it's showing us, but I think there will be fine. We have plentiful. So what are we actually getting that's worthwhile here? Stone will need a little bit, not that much. Tools don't really do anything. Food and wood is the most important bit. So this doubles the food and the wood, and this triples the I can't even speak the initial one. I think we might go for average, just in case there's an issue with getting some of the berries and getting those things set up. Oh, it's kind of weird starting all over again every single time. We will run a road straight away, I think, to that hitching post. Perfect. And considering they're here, I'm tempted. Let me think about this. I kind of want... Let me use this here. I like the idea. Let's assume I don't absolutely ruin this. I like the idea of some burgage plots going around that. Now, hopefully, we will be okay. And famous last words. But first off, we need a logging camp. I will put this, I think. Let me guess. Or let me think. Yeah, probably there. We will need this road for trading as well, so we got to bear that in mind. But let's get that up and running. We do have a hitching post. I may build another one just while I think about it, because it doesn't cost anything, does it? Pack station, hitching post. And we'll drop one right next door, just because I know what I'll do. I'll just start building, and there'll be no space, so it won't, you know, be a place where I'd want it to be. So we have that road here. I think we may just... Let me try that again. Yeah, that'll do nicely. So they're going to be burgage. We have that. We also need a granary. So if the houses are going to either go on the inside or the outside, we'll see. I've got to be careful not to destroy anything. I may need to sort of move the road. The granary and the storehouse probably make sense here. I could have houses both ways. I like the idea of maybe a market sort of in the middle here. Let's think where these trees are. Let's draw a line across there. Could have a market here. We'll draw another line. I don't know if that's going to be big enough to fit other buildings in there that we're going to use. But I'm thinking then from there we draw a road. Just thinking about the trade thing. So we want our storehouse relatively close. So this will probably work quite nicely. So we will put in... I really want some decorative stuff. I was just thinking it'd be nice to put some fences along here or something. But this will do nicely, I think. We'll leave a little bit of space. And then we will... Is that a granary that I just put down? Storehouse. And then we'll chuck a granary in. I'm also going to put in a pack station. Just there. Right, I'm going to leave them to do that. That should be fine. Let's get... What's the priority on that one? Medium. So let's make that the highest. Let's make the granary very high. And we'll leave the storehouse. We'll have to pop back because they will need houses. But we've got the initial stuff sort of going on there. But because we're now managing 3 different areas, I've just got to keep an eye on what's happening. So... Sowing process, perfect. So that field's done and now is growing. So that'll be wheat for next year. Same here, perfect. We have the old ox over here, whatever his name will be. Probably something sounding offensive. No hands, there we go. So he's doing that, and that'll be barley. That'll be quite useful. So this area is just going to be an immense farm, isn't it really? I've just got to think, oh, 100% approval. Everyone's so happy. Well, I was going to say I've got to, 1, keep them happy, and 2, expand the population. That's definitely something we will need to look into. We will be able to make over here as well, if we have a tailor from the flax. The, oh, what are they called? What are they called? Let me find my tailor. I think it's gambesons. I think that's the word I'm thinking of. Yes, which is a basic form of armor, right? So hopefully, if we check... So they, yeah, so just looking at that, so the Polar Militia have got no helmets, no chainmail, and no gambeson armor. Okay, so do they just require all the same stuff? They do, so it's very basic armor. And I'll venture a guess then that our retinue, the ones that need the stronger armor. Can I have more than one of these? What are they missing? They are missing a couple of bows in the Black Forest, so 32 of 36. So we do need to trade again. I'm guessing we have some bows over here. Oh yes, we do. So let's go back for the pack station. And we are going to send... Is this in alphabetical order? No, it's not. That would be useful. And we will trade for berries. Perfect. We have... Yeah, we have horses. Perfect. That's all good. And... Did I not switch this to a... I swore I had an orchard in here. I think I've mentioned this last time, unless I'm going completely nuts. Oh, that will be a good size orchard. Awesome. Family to request a market hunting camp. Let's go and find you. Okay, that's a little bit confusing. I said hunting camp. Okay, he's brought it up here, but there's no... Oh, is the colour of that changed slightly since... Yeah, because obviously the patch has dropped. I just swore that was a darker yellow last time. So... Interesting. So we don't want any of these houses that are producing food. I get this all the time. I don't know if anyone else has seen this. It doesn't say anything. So royal tax increased. Wonderful. I can't see anything. It's always the way. But we'll be paying 304. And I think that's in total, not just for this one specific region. So, wow, it's so busy now. Just sometimes you just gotta come down and have a nosy at what's going on. Yeah, the approval's not great over here. There's things that I can do though. Let's just double check. We don't want you to have a stall. That's interesting. At level 3, there's 2 separate houses. You know, before it was a little shack at the side, but now they look like they have an almost fully fledged house. And it appears that can you see inside? Are they empty? Oh look, there's actual... Oh, let's see if let me try that again. Yeah, there is kind of walls and things inside. Interesting. I don't think we're going to get to the level where there will be tables and beds and things, but that's pretty cool. I forgot what I was looking at now. My brain's completely gone. Oh yes. Approval. So they have everything. That's what I wanted to check. So the question here is, how do we make that higher? Aside from lowering the tax. Because they've got food, they've got clothes. What else can we possibly do? I'll have to ponder that one. Another family is settled in. Is this one? That's almost. Let me just speed the game up for a second. There we are. Perfect. And we can put you to level 3 and also you. Excellent. That will then give us that point. Whoop, slow the game down. We're also now in August. Family quests, small. Why do you... Okay, so that's where you live, I'm guessing. Let me just double check. Right, so you want a market stall because you're producing vegetables. Yes, I get that. That makes sense. The annoying thing is, though, you'd have to go through each... Oh, actually, tailor shop, that's fine. Oh, is it? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind over here. But yeah, you'd have to go through each house once you upgrade them and switch that off. So what... Okay, I've already done it over here. So those chickens are quite happy doing what they're doing without any need for trade. So no one over here will complain about that. We only have 3 market stalls, though, interestingly. Because of the way I have it set up. So obviously, the granary has 2 families. So each family can have a stall. So potentially this granary can have 2 stalls. Just like the large storehouse is. So each family has a stall, but there's no need for the second family in this one to have a stall because it's all good until maybe later on potentially when there's more food. But yeah, that's working out quite well, and it keeps it kind of tidy. You don't need lots and lots of markets, not unless you want to, you know, make an area look like it's actually lived in. Now, what's going on here? That looks a little bit unusual. So ploughing was 100%, sowing was 100%. What is this? Have I missed something? Is this a drought potentially? So yield 94 of 99. We're at 81%. Now, technically speaking, we could harvest those now. But we're in August. We got until September, so that's all good. The flax over here is, I was going to say it looked dead for a second, but when you turn around and the light hits it the right way, you can see the green. But that is also growing. Perfect. We don't need to worry about that. We do need more families over here. I was going to quickly take some of these out of the farm and chuck them back over here. Oh, the berry deposit's completely dry now anyway, so... Do we... No, I'm going to leave that because we're not currently making any money over here, are we? Not trading for anything. We could mine the iron and sell that, and that would be a quick and easy fix, I guess. We also have stone over here and clay, so we could technically mine that and just sell it. This area, I'm not too sure what I'm going to sell at the trade post. Now, I could make bread and sell that. I could sell the resources as is. But we do need to make a little bit of cash over here because there's no way to directly send money to this area. So we do have to consider that. Anyway, where are we? We are in... Oh, I've lost myself. Where are we? Over here. There we are. Iron Vale. We still haven't done anything with Goldhoff yet. I'm guessing we will at some point. I just don't feel like the mad urgency to do it. Okay, so storehouse is up. Granary is up. Let's put a family in here. That is perfect. Now, these people are going to be absolutely peeved at me. Simply because we have no houses yet. But let me quickly get someone in each of these buildings just to move all these resources. That will be nice. And while that's happening, we will... Let me just test this burgage plot theory out. Let's try on this end. So if I go like so... Yeah, it's going to be a tight squeeze, isn't it? But I think, you know, I think it'll be fine. Let's try that. You don't necessarily need the big back gardens. That will work. Perfect. So that's enough for 4 families. We need a road through it. Maybe I should have left a gap there. But they could walk through technically, couldn't they? But I might leave a little space. In fact, should we just put a road there now? Because I will forget. Let me... Something like that. I can't really do the same on that side, but, you know, that is what it is. And we should probably put in just a couple more houses. I'm still debating whether I want them this side or not. I don't think we will. Oh, gosh. Annoying placement of wells. I wanted to put it sort of like here. Never mind. It's always next time. We will change the settings to suit us. A little bit of space. You know what? Actually, I think I will. We'll have these burgages placed here and just facing each other. Nothing. Oh yeah, we haven't got enough wood to do that. That's fine. We can come back and get that done. We are currently chopping. Yep. Now the only thing I need to do while I think about that is assign an area because I don't want them over here messing around with that. So we shall tell them to deal with that. That's perfect. And while we're thinking about food, we probably should.
This is heavier than it looks.
I'm sure it is heavier than it looks. Get the berries in. That's not enough. Oh, come on now. 1 log. Let's speed the game up. Pause. There we go. Now, I could put it really close, couldn't I? But I think, yeah, that will work quite nicely. And we will hook that up. In fact, no. I think as well, if I put down the hunting place here, it says will cause migration. So if I wanted to move this, by trying to build here, it should move the circle away, but I'm quite happy with its location, so I don't particularly want to do that. I think we'll drop you there, and then we'll hook you up like so. Perfect. And then to there, and we'll... In fact, we'll put a road across the back here, for no particular reason. There we are. We will probably put that as the highest, just to get that up and running. We don't want you to have your own place, market stall. We don't want you. However, we will need a market stalls. Are they currently hauling all this stuff? What are you? You're the pack station. Yep, there we go. So those lovely loaves of bread. That's all they've got to eat, bless them. That hitching post. We have one here. you know what we could do with doing actually is, because you have the money to do it, don't you? Yes. So order another ox. And then we can assign one directly to the logging camp. And then we'll probably order another one as well at some point. And this one, we have you there. I might just move it across like that for now. Now the question is, if I go to remove this road. Yes, I was wondering how much of the road it would actually take away. But there we are. Perfect, that's done. Those camps will disappear as the houses are built. That is all looking fabulous. Okay, next thing to do. And our forager's hut is built. Perfect. We'll drop someone in there and hopefully we'll get some berries before it's, you know, the weather changes and it all starts to go wrong. But thankfully we will be able to get some meat. We definitely have bread. So we got 7 months. It's not really the end of the world. We'll be in a pretty good place. The firewood is something we need to think about as well. What priority do we have these on? So let's put these on very high. We will need some more houses. How are we doing for logs? Can I get away with trying to put some more in? Let's see. Need 10. Oh my goodness. Could do it that way though. Yeah. Let's drop that in. This will be kind of interesting. I have been looking at some kind of medieval town layouts and there's no like sort of fast and ready way of doing it. Aha! Excellent. We'll go and deal with that now. Each town is sort of different. Depends on what's going on. Like if there's say a river, a stream going through the middle of town, or there's something nearby. It's usually built around it. But to be fair, it's not like city skylines. As you don't tend to get too much in the way of traffic. I mean, I say that. You know, it does get fairly busy, but people just carry on. You know, they move around each other. So, yeah, I'm just kind of going with the flow at the moment until the decorative stuff happens. When that happens, oh, look, good approval. I will definitely be building things slightly different. Anyway, we have that point. I think we will put that into there, and just to double check, because I can't remember, wild animals on rich deposits breed twice as fast at the cost of 50% reduced yield from crops. Not a problem. We ain't going to be using these. I may put orchards over here. That's potentially what will happen. So we should get more from them now. And I think, if I remember right, so we have this hunting camp with 2 families in there. And pretty sure there's another one. There it is. With 2 in it. And food-wise, 105 meat. Oh my goodness. Yes, I think we're fine. They're going to miss not having bread initially. There is that, I guess. But yeah, it's not an issue right now. We're still in August. How are we doing? 194 of 199. 99 of 99. Well, if that's not going to change, let's get them harvesting that one straight away. And then that's that job done. We don't have anyone. Oh, we have one family in there. I may take that person out, or that family, chuck them in the windmill and get that up and running. Now obviously we don't have a baker over here. How are we doing for fuel? Okay, we do need some more houses. That is something I need to consider. Maybe we should do that. We have no wood. Okay, we won't be doing that then. That means we need somebody in the logging camp. We don't have anyone spare, so sorry, just took you from one building to the next, and your family's going to have to come over here now. I don't know where we are currently harvesting, so I say harvesting, logging is probably the correct term. There we are. You start chopping those down. Hunting camp, yeah, I'll leave them working. There's no point messing with those. As you can see, this field, barley. Ah, interesting. I thought that this was wheat. I mean, they look, I'm going to say exactly the same. Am I right? I don't know, but they do look very, very similar. This is a little bit strange. I'm not too sure what's going on there. Okay, anyway, they're going to do that. Which potentially, let me think. So I could buy the barley from the Black Forest. So currently, if I come over here, we are trading crops. So we're currently importing barley at the cost of 12. So if by turning this setting off, you tell your workers to only trade between the regions on the map and ignore trade points and free merchants. So I'm going to venture a guess that means my places. Interesting. Import, export, full trade. Trade will trade until desired surplus is reached. Okay. Buy until the desired surplus is reached, or trade until the desired surplus is reached. Or what is the difference? Have no clue. I'm going to up this to 50. I have no clue how much we're going through over here. So hopefully they should get that from us. We'll see what happens. I mean, do we have... I guess the question is, do we have any in here? There's nothing going on in here at the moment. Is this surplus? Total stored goods. Okay. Do we have any beer? Okay, we have 3 ale. The malt house is... here. They have nothing currently. And which one is the brewery? There it is. And I'm assuming, yeah, they don't have anything either. So it'll be interesting to see how this works. Will it tell me? I don't know if there's a log. Is there a log of trades? I don't think there is. Mercenaries. I'm not sure if we should be recruiting them or not. Stock goods for sale. Stock. Okay, so the other question would be, if we're going to buy that from other places, does the one over here in the Black Forest then need somebody working here? So if we go... we take the tick out of there and select export. Desired surplus. We're not really using it over here at the moment, are we? So let's just say 20 for argument's sake. Export price is 2, so it's actually going to cost me money. After paying this to all, is this one a dedicated free merchant will visit your region? Okay, so we don't need to do that. But I think we need somebody in here to make that work. Oh, there's so many questions here. I've never tried doing it this way. Obviously, I could use the is it the pack station? There is that. But I'm not entirely sure. This is all new territory. What are we on here? Total stored goods. Okay. So where is the barley going to go to? Will that go into here? Yes, there's barley in there. Perfect. I guess we'll see. Did we put someone in there? We did. We currently... do we have an animal? Yeah, Heinz is a... okay, that's all that done. Let's swing by over to Iron Vale and see how things are going on over here. Oh boy, these people are not going to be happy. Well, at least one family as a home. We can do... let's give them some chickens, because you only need a small spot for that. They are bringing in some berries. Are we on total stored goods? Yes, berries. There we go. Oh, look at that. We're in a good spot there anyway. Fuel is going to change as the extra houses come into sort of play here. Now, we aren't making any firewood right now, but that's not a problem. I'm not really too fussed. We have our market stalls up and running. Okay. Right, where next? Just moving around constantly. So they're currently at 18, so we won't be killing any more animals anytime soon. So just double check over here. Yeah. This thing, it confuses me a little bit. I'm not too sure how the whole trade thing works. I'm probably going to spend some time looking at it. Paxton, have I built... oh, I've just realised something that I've done somewhere else. That's not what I wanted. Hitching post, and I think I've in the Iron Vale... let me have a quick look. Did I put a pack station over here? I did. I mean, I could leave it there. It's not an issue right now, is it? So we could potentially use it later on. But yeah, I didn't mean to do that. That's okay. It's not a problem. We have... Yes, okay, we have assigned an ox to that. We have one over here. People are really happy with me over here. Oh, I'm not surprised. And the Black Forest, so you are growing. Perfect for next year, you're growing. Now, I just want to see. So that's completely harvested, so... So that's completely done. So now we've got fallow and we've got wheat. So that same fertility is at 27, but if I read that correctly, there's enough fertility for me to do either of those still. So let me just quickly check. So yeah, barley is pretty drained from this area at the moment. So we don't need another field for next year. So I can leave it fallow, but it was just sort of something I'd noticed there. So yeah, we don't have to have one yield of crop fallow, one yield of crop fallow. Certain things you can have plant one after the other, I guess. And the same goes, I think in the, is it farming simulator I'm thinking of? Quite possibly. This field, yeah, we'll leave that on fallow as well. Because next year they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fields to deal with. So yeah, we shall not stress them out too much. Now let's get all this stuff collected. In fact, we can probably reduce the number of families in here now. We'll leave 2 families in. We'll chuck 1 over here and see what happens. We will put 1 in the windmill. We can start working on the grain, get some flour. Woodcutter's Lodge, are we okay for firewood? Yeah, there's someone in there anyway. Oh no, there isn't. Yes, we'll put someone in there. We will, I think, I know this is a little bit further away. I'm going to tell them to work over this side just so we can build up some logs from here, because I've got to be careful of this, obviously. New families have moved in. Perfect. That's all looking good. That will do nicely. Because they've got to, where's the farm? Yeah. They've got to turn all the wheat into, they do something with it. What's it called? I was going to say threshing. I was going to say thrash. But I think that's a completely different thing. Okay, so are you one of the families? So trader stocks goods for sales. Trader stocks goods for sales. So the question is, are they going to do what we need them to do here? And are they going to stock barley? So the current surplus of 99. So I'm interested to see how this works. I'm going to watch it for a second and see if I can figure it out. Actually, it didn't take long. As you can see, they've both grabbed their carts. Let's move this, I don't need it right now. And they are beelining across the town here. We'll keep it on. Oh, they just went to pick it up from here. Oh, look, hello. I mean, it does look like they're giving it a good thrashing. But they went straight here to pick it up. Interesting. There we are. Transporting barley. Okay. So they just picked it straight up from the farmhouse. And they've not had to worry too much about coming across. Is it in... Yeah, even though there's some over here, they didn't have to do that. So let's see what happens next. You're a trader, aren't you? So once this comes into here... Yep, perfect. So they now have a stock of that. So all they're doing is currently stocking, fair enough. So that is, oh, wrong thing. So it's now in here. So the question is, how do we get it from here all the way across to Mamusio? Do they need a horse? Big question there. Because we're currently trying to import this. And we have, as you can see, the current surplus is 0. I have lots and lots of questions about this. No, I was just having a quick look at this. If you hover over the question mark, it says when employed, one family member travels to the nearest possible destination to to conduct trade, while the others manage the inventory. So, aha, Hans. Here we go. What are you doing, Hans? What do you have in your hands? Yes, that was an awful dad joke. But oh, he looks really cheery. Maybe it's because he doesn't have a horse. Right, I'm going to follow Hans. Let's see where he goes and what he does. Okay, and we're following Hans here with his nice lilac headscarf, I guess, or a hood. And he's coming up to the trading post. So this is where we get to see if he actually brought anything or whether he's just decided to come for a walk over here for the sake of it. You see, we've got a lot of goods loaded up in here for trade. I'm hoping, here we go. Aha! 5 barley. There we go. So, questions answered. Excuse my extremely squeaky or creaky chair. But that's interesting. So if he has a horse, will that speed things up? Does that give him a cart? Because 5 at a time, that's painful. So we're gonna have money over here now anyway because of his trade. So let's order a horse and see what difference that makes. We're probably going to need more families in here to make that really efficient, but that's good. They're currently still giving the wheat a good thresh by the looks of it, which is fine. We have 23 grain there. How much grain do we actually have? We've got 55 wheat left, 94 barley. And where is the flour? We have 80 flour, so we have a lot of flour, which is something else we could technically trade. I did say I wanted some houses over here, but before we do that, quick jump back over to the Iron Vale. We did get a point. That's not what I wanted. Here we are. So we got some options here. Obviously, basic armor smithing and advanced armor making, and then master is where we want to go. So 1, 2, 3 points. 4 probably, because we're going to be obviously using fuel to make this. That'd be 5. So the question is, which one do we use? Ooh, yes, we have another option for some of these other things. I'm probably going to take charcoal initially, but I'm not too sure where that spare point will go. I mean, we could double the capacity of the berries for food. We've got bees, obviously. We're not going to be doing any farming. I think, yeah, we'll chuck that point in there straight away. As you can see, everyone's got a home now, so that's good. We're also got the forester's hut under construction. Yeah, because we'll need that. There's food, plenty of food. Just not enough firewood. Not an issue. We can deal with that. In fact, let's put this on high. Let's put that on highest, and I think we're in a pretty good place over in the Iron Vale. And now we know that the trading is working from the Black Forest. That is going to solve the ale issues over in Mamusio. I'd be interested to see what happens with the horse when that arrives, if he uses the horse in some capacity. Our fields are growing, so we'll have flax. Flax I also want to send across to Mamusio, because I figure that will be cheaper than making the clothing over here. Let me have a quick nosy at that actually. So you're the military? Yeah, so Gambeson's ooh, what does that mean? Why is there no import or export price? Interesting. What about if I change that to internal only and export? Or is it because I don't have any? Maybe. But yeah, I think we'll make the Gambesons over there and then potentially trade them back. We'll just see how we go for money. Obviously, the only money we're generating here currently is via trade because we haven't got enough high enough level houses, whereas over here we are trading a lot of goods out. Okay, so we've got a lot of things going on, and I've still not put in the additional houses that we need over here. I think now is a good time for me to probably think about that, and it's also a good time, I think, for me to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.